the following devices are computers? In fact, they all are. They all have a way of getting information into a computer through an input device. Your keyboard, mouse, microphone, camera, games controller, and touchscreen are all input devices. Once you've input the information, the computer makes decisions and organises it. A bit like how our brain handles information that we gather through our senses. This is called processing. Your brain also stores information for use later on. It's no different for a computer. The information is stored in a computer's memory. After processing the information, the computer gives you the results by putting it somewhere useful, like on a screen or onto paper via a printer, or even by playing sound through speakers. So you see, all these devices are computers because they have the same arrangement for inputting, processing, storing, and outputting information. Even your Raspberry Pi. It has a processing chip, or CPU, that does calculations. The RAM, or memory, stores information the computer is working on, and the graphics chip controls the images that you see on the screen. These tracks carry electrical signals between the components, allowing them to communicate with each other. The USB ports link to devices like your keyboard and mouse, and the ports here help connect to headphones through a speaker jack and a screen through the HDMI port. The Raspberry Pi also has these pins, which allow you to connect it to even more circuitry and control objects like lights and motors to create fabulous contraptions. On the back, you'll find a slot for a micro SD card. This is used to store the software you'll need to interact with all this hardware. Let me show you how. You'll need to use a computer that has an SD card port and an internet connection to visit raspberrypi.org/downloads. The simplest option is to download and save the Noobs zip archive of the operating system. Anything that's stored on the SD card will be overwritten during formatting. So, if the card you're using has any files you want to keep, like photos, make sure you copy them to another computer. You'll need an application like SD Formatter to help you format the card. Insert your SD card into the computer and make a note of the drive letter allocated to it. Select the drive letter for your SD card and then format the card. Select all the files in the Noobs folder you downloaded earlier and copy them into the SD card window. Once the files have all been copied over, you can eject it. Now, let's get everything connected in the right order to see your Raspberry Pi working safely. First, insert the micro SD card into your Raspberry Pi. Next, we need some input and output devices. Connect your mouse and keyboard to one of the USB ports on the Raspberry Pi. Plug in and turn on your monitor and connect it to your Pi with an HDMI cable, like this. Sound will come from your screen if it has speakers, or you can connect headphones to the audio jack. And what about power? Your Raspberry Pi doesn't have a power switch. As soon as you connect it to a power outlet, it will turn on, so we always do this last. Plug a micro USB power supply into a socket and connect it to your Pi. You should see a red LED light up. As it starts, you'll see raspberries appear in the top left-hand corner of your screen, followed by the Noobs installer. This software will walk you through installing the Raspbian operating system. You can customize your Raspberry Pi software to set the right time, date, and language for your location in the Pi Setup Wizard. You'll also be able to connect your Pi to Wi-Fi and check for any software updates. There are lots of applications to help get you started on your digital making and computing journey. So why not take a look at them using the menu system? Hopefully, your Raspberry Pi now looks and feels more like a computer. In our next video, we'll take a closer look at those applications and write a computer program using code. See you then. So they stop. That's.
So, they're just coming up on a frame there. So higher. Yeah, about there. Yeah,
like tragedy.
Feelings gone, you can't go wrong. It's tragedy. I mean, that also was just as I was hitting maybe age 6.